Hey everyone, I'm Brian from the Builder Place. We're back on this Manlift again. This is my Mark Lift 42C. After getting all the cylinders all rebuilt and getting new hoses on the front axle, steer axle here, and now I'm running into another problem. It's making a horrible sound when you're traveling or lifting the boom or extending. You can rotate the or pivot around, that's fine. The top here, that works good, but the other functions, it just, when it travels, it just vibrates and makes a terrible sound. I did a lot of testing on the components. I actually switched a couple solenoids, and that didn't fix any problem. I tested the voltage to all the solenoids, making sure I was getting a good 12-volt signal to everything, and that all appeared to be good. I replaced this return filter, did all kinds of things, and actually talked to my brother-in-law yesterday because he works on heavy equipment, and we discussed stuff, and he said he was going to come down tomorrow. So if I don't fix this today, he'll be here tomorrow. But last night I sat down and I was thinking, I says, maybe there's a screen or a filter in the suction side. I mean, if you look here, you can only see there's an elbow here and there's a shutoff valve. There's no evidence of a filter, no access or anything. So I did a test. I shut this valve off, and within a couple seconds it started making that same sound it does when you're trying to travel. So I looked at, I have a full manual, the shop manual for this, and they show that there's a filter inside, like a sump type filter on the suction side of the port for the pump. So I'm going to take this top cover off. I'm going to take the cover off. You got to take the cover off the top of the tank, drain the tank all the way down to where I can gain access to see the screen or the filter. This is was made probably around 1990, I think, is based on the documentation I have. So this thing's getting about 24 years old, and I don't think anyone has ever taken the lid off or checked the screen or the filter. I'm the third person that I know that's owned this, and I haven't done anything as far as that's concerned. So I want to start taking this thing apart and getting it down to where that screen or filter is, and we'll see if that fixes my problem. I'm going to set the microphone right here in front of that valve so you'll be able to hear that sound, and that hopefully be able to hear that vibration. Hopefully the motor is not too loud. This can be kind of a loud motor. I don't have a wobble for this, so I don't know how far I'm going to be able to get down in here without it. I'm going to have to get some kind of wobble or get a 3/8, wrench those off with a wrench or something, or a socket. So there's the last screw. Come off. This lid should come off. I don't know if it has any adhesive. It looks like it has a rubber gasket. So I don't know if they put adhesive on it. Yep, I think they did. It's locked in pretty good. I want to get a pry bar. I'm thinking that they probably glued both sides of the gasket, probably top and bottom. So it's probably gonna, it's coming up pretty easy, but it's Probably going to have half the gasket on part of the panel and on the lid, and then halfway down on the tank. So I have to figure out how to get all that back together. It's coming off pretty easy. The gasket's kind of appears to be coming off in a weird way. Some of it's sticking to the on the tank, and some of it's sticking on the lid. I'm trying to get any right there sticking to the tank and the lid at the same time. It's doing the same right there. Okay. Get this up and off. Well, what I can see, which I'll get a better picture of it in a minute, is that it really looks bad. It's cruddy all around it. I mean, I can see a little bit of openings around the screen, but that's what I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's a screen. It definitely looks like a screen. I don't think it's a real filter. So, to figure out how to get that out of there, or how we're going to clean that screen off, but I'm pretty sure there's not many passages left to let fluid go through. So, I'm pretty sure we found our problem right now. So, let's keep on getting the rest of this, get a little bit more of this fluid out of the bottom of this tank. Let's get this nasty filter out of here. It appears it just threads in there. Looks like it just has a pipe thread on it of some type. But it looks really bad. I got it down below where the intake is. There's just a few inches of fluid left down below this sump. But it feels real slimy. Real slimy. Nasty. Okay. That's it. I mean, I don't hardly see. I see some evidence of some screen, but it's not but slime all over it. So I'm pretty sure I'm guessing that's our problem, but I'd be surprised if it's not where our problem is. But let's get this thing cleaned up, put it in this pan, and take it over and get it cleaned up. Let's get started. I'm going to put it in, just roll it in some cleaning solvent. I got this small amount. It's not going up to where the threads are on the end, so you can't get in there. Just rolling it back and forth and see if I can loosen some of that up. Get that solvent to break that crud down. It appears to be breaking down a little bit, but I'm going to have to get a brush and brush it. So let me go get my brush, and I can brush some of that out. I'm going to start by using just ordinary toothbrush. Just go back and forth, kind of get that solvent in there. It's pretty cruddy. The toothbrush seems like it's doing a good job getting down in there, getting that crud out. This will just be the first bath. There'll be multiple baths. It's just getting the bulk of the crud out. We'll keep on working until the screen is. It's just a screen. It's not there's no filter material. It's a wire mesh, a real fine mesh. Typical what you'd see on an intake to a hydraulic pump. Looks pretty clean now. It's ready to go back in. It's a whole lot better than what it did 20 minutes ago. So we'll get it back in there, we'll try it out. Let's cover it back on. Okay, let's see what happens when we turn it on. I believe we have this thing fixed because that filter, or that screen, looked really bad and plugged up. So I filled the reservoir back up. It's 3/4 full. Put the top back on. The only thing I left off is this sheet metal cover on top. I want to make sure it definitely works before I before I put that cover on, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work. So I'm going to start this thing up. It's a little loud, but we'll know real quick if this thing is going to work right or not. So let's see. It's on the ground selector, so we're going to raise the boom up a little bit. That's not making like almost no noise. It was making a whiny sound. Now all you hear is that Wisconsin engine's kind of loud. Should be. You can't see that, I don't think, but the telescope's going out, but you can probably see that the boom's going up. Then we can rotate the turret. That never did give me any trouble, but rotate the turret. That's all good. So we drop the boom down. Thing's loud. So the only test we need to do to finalize is to see how well it travels. But I'm pretty sure it's going to travel okay. I don't know. We need to try it. But that's going to be the next thing. I need to put this cover back on because I'm pretty sure I'm good. So I'll get this cover on and then we'll test it. We got to do that from the buckets. Well, this is the final moment of truth. So let's see what happens. Let's start this thing up and see if it travels. Goes up easy. Rotates. Steers, rotates. Platform. Platform runs good. Go up. Go back. Sounds like brand new. Let's extend everything out. Go up a little bit. Rotate to the sun. I think we got it. So ready to take it for a little ride.